Hi guys, I'm Kate and I'm an English learner, and this is my special place where I learn English, share with you my learning experience, and from time to time I draw your attention to some useful and helpful vocabulary which I usually use in my videos.
Welcome to my English fluency path.
So today is that very time when I want to emphasize some new interesting and useful vocabulary in order to use it more often and turn it into the active one. That's why let's begin by analyzing these three similar words: nuances, features, and peculiarities. So nuance, it is a quality of something that is not easily to notice but may be important. Feature, it is a typical quality or an important part of something. Peculiarity, it is a quality of being strange or unusual or an unusual characteristic or habit. In my example from previous video, I'm not gonna tell you about all the nuances, features, and peculiarities of the building of the IPA system. The next one is super interesting phrase, kind of idiom. Give me the benefit of the doubt. You can use this phrase when you want to persuade someone to believe you, to accept your words or something or someone as honest or deserving of trust, even though there are some doubts. As I told you, you definitely need to know the IPA. Just believe me. Just give me the benefit of the doubt. The next one is the word tense. I use this word as an adjective. In phonetics, tense words are made with more force than other speech sounds. Compare with opposite lax sounds, which are made without force. For example, long and tense E as in sheep versus short and lax E as in ship. Let's take a look to the word originally. Originally means, first of all, at the beginning. Originally, I didn't care much that there were so many different sounds in American English, which for the most part do not exist in my native language. The word neutral is quite common and practical one. It is having features and characteristics which are not easily noticed. Neutral position, neutral color, neutral sound. For example, neutral E as in bed. Let's move on and take a look to two more practical words, literally and totally. Pay a bit closer attention to their pronunciation. Literally, flap T and R sound, literally, and totally, O as in go and flap T, totally. The word literally is using the real or original meaning of a word or phrase. It is also used to emphasize what you are saying, for emphasizing how large or great an amount is. Synonyms are simply or just. For example, such a situation relates literally to each English sound. Totally is completely or extremely. For example, it is totally wrong tactic to equate these sounds with your native ones. And it's interesting that we often use these two words as fillers. The next one is the word equate. To equate means to consider one thing to be the same as or equal to another thing. For example, people sometimes equate money with happiness. In my previous video, I mispronounced this word by saying equate instead of equate. Often we just equate them with the sounds of our native language, but I'm okay with this because we actually learn from our mistakes. And I'm gonna make another separate video about mistakes. And we are moving on by analyzing the word curious. If you are curious, you are interested in learning people or things around you. As I said, I was very interested in the IPA and curious about it. And now let's take a look to another actually related pieces of vocabulary: driving force and acceleration. Driving force is someone or something that has the power to make things happen. Acceleration is the increase in speed at which something happens. For me, the IPA was the driving force that gave the acceleration to my English learning. So we are moving on and looking at the phrase behind the scenes. If something happens behind the scenes, it means that it happens without most people knowing about it, especially when something else is happening publicly. So behind the scenes is unknown to the public. In my previous video, I suggested you to take a look behind the scenes of my work on the IPA. The next one is the phrase to take or make notes. To take or make a note means to write something down or remember it carefully. As for me, I really love taking notes, as it's the best way for me to remember any information. A couple of more interesting words: hesitation and guesswork. Hesitation is the act of pausing before doing something, especially because you are nervous or not certain. Guesswork, it is the act of making a guess when you do not know all the facts. As I said, thanks to the IPA, I was able to read and pronounce each sound and each word without any hesitation and guesswork. The next one is the word exhausting. Exhausting is making you feel extremely tired. And sometimes learning the IPA may seem exhausting, but just a bit. The next one is the word familiar. Familiar is easy to recognize because of being met, seen, heard, etc. before. In my case, when I come across some familiar and common word, I don't even have to write its APA transcription above because I already know it for sure. Tremendous. Tremendous is very great in amount or level, or extremely good. And as I said, I was able to feel and to see a tremendous result by practicing my IPA pronunciation. And two more related words: significant and significantly. Significant, it is important or noticeable. Significantly means in a way that is easy to see or by a large amount. As for me, I experienced this significant transformation and I got significantly better results in my pronunciation after I got acquainted with the IPA. Crucial is extremely important or necessary. So the IPA is the crucial thing that has happened to me and it's going to happen to everyone who get to know to the IPA and use it daily. One more pair of words is comprehension and recognition. Comprehension is the ability to understand completely and be familiar with a situation, facts, etc. Recognition is the fact of knowing someone or something because you have seen or heard him or her or experienced it before. The next one is the word precise. Precise is exact and accurate. So the example is: listening comprehension and listening recognition is not enough. You need to have clear and precise system of sounds in your mind. Aware. To be aware means to know that something exists or to have knowledge or experience of a particular thing. So you have to be fully and absolutely aware of all the English sounds. The next one is the word distinguish. To distinguish means to notice or understand the difference between two things, or to make one person or thing seem different from another. And one last one is the word tricky. If a piece of work or problem is tricky, it is difficult to deal with and needs careful attention or skill. And the last one example: the IPA will definitely help you to recognize and distinguish all the similar and tricky sounds which for the most part do not exist in your first language. That was it, you guys. Hopefully, this vocabulary will come in handy. So click the subscribe button, give me some thumbs up. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.